Did Disney just release a new piece of memorabilia for a movie that they seriously have given zero attention to for 40 years? Let's discuss. Hello, fellow Ozians, and welcome to the channel. Back in 1985, Disney did a huge push for their newest live-action theatrical release, a little movie called Return to Oz. Of the things that were released were books, games, puzzles, dolls, mugs, action figures. Disney did a lot. Now, all of these items were not available here in the States. There were various different pieces that were available from different countries. But there was a huge push worldwide of different Return to Oz merchandise. Ever since the film's release, the only things that Oz fans could really look forward to as far as offerings from Disney were concerned with Return to Oz were media releases, either the movie on various different formats or the soundtrack. Not a glimmer of memorabilia was released since its theatrical run. Until this year. Back in late September, at a Pen release for Disney's entire year. For those of you who don't know, Disney's actual year begins in October and ends in September. So as part of the showcase of pens that would be released for Disney's upcoming new year, starting last month in October, a Return to Oz pen was amongst the pens. I saw all of this on various different Instagram posts about this particular pen. There were some Oz fans that speculated whether this piece was an actual genuine Disney piece, as most of us kind of sat there and went, there's no possible way this thing is real. Yet here we are. Then, a couple weeks later, we got the news that the pen was indeed going to be released on October 20th through Disney's exclusive employee store called Mickey's of Glendale. Darn. And then to make matters even more fun, the price of the pen was revealed as $44.95. Yeah. So, if you want Return to Oz stuff, pay up! So on top of all of this, it makes it very difficult for an Oz fan to get their hands on this new piece. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that I don't have one, because I most certainly do. Did I pay $45 for it? Well, now I wish I had. Because I had to pay almost quadruple that price to get it. Yes, I feel so proud of myself right now, you don't even know. This is a jumbo-sized pen. It is the largest Wizard of Oz themed pen that Disney has ever made. There are a couple of other Wizard of Oz themed pens that they made in the past, mostly related to the Great Movie Ride that was inside Disney's Hollywood Studios park. But this is definitely the largest and most elaborate Wizard of Oz themed pen that Disney has ever made. Which is really exciting that it was for Return to Oz. Now, of course, the next question that I'm sure all of you are wondering is, will this be the only piece that we'll get from Return to Oz from Disney? Or maybe is this the beginning of more stuff? The answer to that is, unfortunately, we don't know. But, I think we can speculate that there very well could be more. Just hear me out on this one. Last year, a little movie was released called Wicked that did a huge, massive push of memorabilia, beauty products, household items, you name it, they did it for that movie. And if I was a company that saw, of course, all of this stuff happening for another Wizard of Oz themed movie, of course the first thing I would be thinking is, I want in on what they're doing. I want those people to come over here and spend some money on our properties. So it only makes sense that Disney would start to cash in on the same people that are going after Wicked and bring them into their Disney movies. And of course, out of all of the Disney Wizard of Oz themed movies that they have, it makes the most sense that they would pick Return to Oz over the others. Those other two being Oz the Great and Powerful and The Muppets Wizard of Oz. I really don't think we have to go into detail as to the reason why Disney would pick Return to Oz over those other two. I think it's obvious. Anyways, Disney, of course, won't just do a huge push of something. They're going to test the waters. Which is, I think, the reason why they released one pen in a very limited number for a very limited audience, just to see what would happen. I think that's what this pen is really about. One of the things we unfortunately don't know is whether this pen sold out on the day of release, which would be a really great thing to know, just to kind of find out, maybe if Disney would be interested in doing more, how quickly did it sell, so forth and so on. We won't know, unfortunately. Unless you're somebody that works for Disney, lives in California, and can go to that store, we won't know. Now, beyond all of that, I'm sure that most people would assume that Disney never creates merchandise for lesser-known Disney films, and that they only concentrate on movies that make them the most money. We're talking like Lilo and Stitch and Frozen level is what I'm really getting at. That comment is both true and false. Let me explain. So, while we won't be seeing Return to Oz items in, your local Walmart anytime soon, we might be seeing Return to Oz items at the Disney parks, or Disney's conventions like D23. I think those are the more likely places just based off of what I've seen inside the parks. It makes the most sense that we would get a pen release from Return to Oz out of anything else, because it seems that Disney represents a lot of different movies with their pens. Believe it or not, right now, you can find a pen inside the Disney parks for the movie The Great Mouse Detective. I'm sure that's one you weren't expecting me to say in this video. You can also find a Christmas ornament for the Black Cauldron. Yeah, that's a thing. And as part of Disney's 17-inch limited edition dolls, they will be releasing an Yzma doll later this year. They do make memorabilia for lesser-known movies. It's just definitely not to the same extent or as big of a push as other movies get. But the most likely place to find them is definitely going to be the Disney parks or the Disney conventions. I actually think that over the next 10 years, we might actually see memorabilia from Disney for Return to Oz, especially as we build up to Return to Oz's 50th anniversary. This pen was advertised as being a celebration of Return to Oz's 40th anniversary. And while there are absolutely zero indicators on the pen that it actually is for that, I actually speculate that it really wasn't for that, because there were a couple different Black Cauldron pins that were released this year that actually said it was the 40th anniversary, and this one, it doesn't say that anywhere on it. I think we might actually get stuff for the 50th anniversary, and it actually says 50th anniversary of Return to Oz. Only time will tell, of course. What do you think about this? Do you think that we might actually be seeing a Oz renaissance of sorts as a result of Wicked being as popular as it is? Let's have a discussion down in the comments section. And if you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. New videos are posted every 2 weeks on the 15th and last day of each month. And if that doesn't satisfy your appetite for Oz, follow the link in the description to ozclub.org and join the International Wizard of Oz Club. Until next time, bye y'all.